I'm speaking to someone who's on the other side of quite a difficult and confusing time. There's been a lot of change in your life recently over the last 12 months, and you finally feel that you're at a place where you can move forward, you can start afresh, you can start again. Now, I feel like if this message has reached you today, I want to say to you that your focus is everything. I feel like focus is the main thing that I'm being drawn to here. And you've realized this for yourself. Some of you listening to this would have really deep dived into some self-help books or personal growth work over the last 12 months. And you're realizing that everything that happens in your life is really a result of what you choose to focus on and where you channel your attention. Moving forward, you're really wanting to have greater clarity on how you can support people. You're someone who cares about humanity. You're someone who deeply cares about how you can contribute to the evolution and growth of people, of humanity at large. You might be working in that specific space as a coach or a therapist or a healer. Or for some of you listening, you're actually managers or leaders who really deeply care about your people and the impact that you have on them. If this feels like it's for you, then this message is for you today. As always, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and always use your discernment. You are responsible. Now, initially what I want to say is I'm feeling this awakening in my heart. I feel like your heart and your throat, so your heart's desires, your truth, and your throat are reconnecting. You've actually been in this split for a lot of your life between what you actually want to do, what your heart is calling you into, or to say, or how to express yourself. And then your throat is saying, don't say that thing. Don't follow that path. Who are you to do that? You're not valuable enough. No one's going to listen to you. There's a lot of negative self-talk and criticism. And ironically, being self-critical is actually the thing that leads to hesitation and inaction. So some of you watching this, you might find that you're successful by material means or by societal means, but there's actually something quite empty inside, and you're looking for a path to help people and to actually feel like you're doing something more purposeful and meaningful. For others of you listening, you feel like you want to help people, but you can't get off the start line. Maybe I feel like some of you listening to this will be in the healing space or have been through personal healing and are feeling an inclination towards that space in some way, shape, or form. Now, I do just want to say that you can be a healer in any industry. So you don't always have to be a healer to be a healer, if that makes sense. So you can heal in corporate spaces, in any industry that you work in. You can be a healer and a mystic or someone of divine work, okay? It doesn't need to be in the sacred spaces that you think it might be. And for some reason, I feel called to say that. So some of you might be trying to figure out how you feel that you can be in the healing space or help people and still coexist in your current job or in your current industry or what you're currently doing. And I almost want to say to you that all of it can coexist at once. It's not so much about splitting the path or splitting your life into different compartments. It's about finding a way where all of it can coexist in the expression of who you uniquely are. So I just want to also say that communication is very important to you. I'm really being drawn to your throat. I feel like the words that you say really matter. I feel like for some of you listening to this, people are really drawn to what you say and how you say it. You have something about you, whether it's the words that you say, the teachings that they carry, or the way that you articulate it. People are drawn to your communication. Some of you might be writers. Some of you might be singers. I feel like there's just this real connection here with the voice. You could be, again, leaders, managers, someone that is speaking to a group of people or leading a group of people through your words. And again, some of this might be writing as well as spoken word. I feel like there's an invitation here to double down on that. Because as your heart and your throat is reawakening and rebuilding this bridge, I want to say it's a bridge, you're trusting yourself to speak what your heart wants to say. And as you're going through this reawakening journey, I want you to really trust that. For some of you, you might actually want to build an online presence and you might have this nudge to go say something or create this piece of content or jump on your stories or whatever it might be. And then you're, whoa, okay. Sorry, there is a lot of activity in my throat right now as I'm feeling your energy. You might hold yourself back from that, from actually jumping on and just saying the thing that you want to say. And what I'm feeling right now is this real internal frustration with how you felt with this in the past. Like there has been so many times, I'm being shown a door opening. There's been so many times where you've wanted to walk through the door and then you talk yourself out of it and you close the door, and then you sit behind that closed door frustrated. You're like, why can't I figure out the thing? Why can't I just say the thing? What is the thing? Like, I feel like there's this real big searching energy with you guys. This might resonate for some of you and not for others, but I feel like there's this searching of you want to find the thing so you can feel like you can actually be who you are and express yourself. But ironically, the path is the opposite way around. The path is that you find the courage and the bravery to be who you are in the environments that might not validate it, in the environments that might not give you permission before you move. So this is really permission, and this is really validate. Like, let this be the validation that you are ready to be heard. This is your time to speak and really honor that truth. I feel like you're someone that has a lot of ideas. A lot of you listening, I really feel like you want to start your business, or you're in a business and you want to launch something new, or you're in a corporate career and you want to do something on the side. There is a real big energy in this reading of wanting to do something that feels more purposeful and that will impact humanity. And I feel like you have so many ideas. And what I want to say to you is focus. Focus. It doesn't so much matter of landing on the right idea. It matters that you experiment with all of the ideas that your heart is calling you forward into, and you see what lands for you. You see what actually feels like you're coming home to yourself. But also further than that, I feel like you need to put your focus on the potential good rather than the potential of what could go wrong. Some of you listening to this have an inclination to focus and worry and to build anxiety about what could go wrong about moving forward. And I want to say to you that yes, all of those things are a possibility, but also the opposite is also true. This could be the best thing you've ever done. This could be the best leap of faith you've ever taken. This could be the biggest step in your career, in your life, for your family that you've ever done. And you're never going to know if you don't take the step. So I almost want to say to you, actually practice on a day-to-day basis, focusing on what could go right and focusing on the excitement and aliveness that comes with just following what your heart is pulling you into. I really feel like I want to say to you, be playful. Be playful and have fun with this. Like, this is not something that you have to take seriously. And this is what cages us in as humans more than anything else. Is we're so focused because of traditional school systems and because of traditional parenting back in the day, where you were either right or wrong, you were punished or rewarded. We live in this invisible cage with these imaginary rules telling us that we have to find the right thing and then we'll be accepted, or we have to find the right thing and then we'll get permission. Like exams in school, you have to memorize the information and then you have to recite that information and you either get it right or wrong. That is not how we're designed to work. That is not how we are designed to work. We are creative beings. We are vessels of creative intelligence. We are the incarnation of possibility and potentiality in and of itself. That is magic, guys. We are here to experience what it's like to be curious, to experiment, and to be fully self-expressed. And actually, that draws me onto this. I pulled this card before we jumped on this video, and this just ties in perfectly. I pulled the card of expression. Now, the picture on this card is a feather. Some of you watching this might have been seeing feathers lately, but I do have to say, before I jumped on, I was really drawn to birds. I feel like birds are coming through so often at the moment in my readings. I feel like this is a very much a collective thing in humanity where we're able to rise above, we're able to see things from a different perspective, because obviously birds rise above, they fly higher. They also trust the cycles that happen. They know when to go into hibernation, they know when to move, they know when to travel. They're also in a community. They move together in a flock, but they're also independent. I just feel like there's a really strong symbolic message with birds and what we're going through as humanity at the moment. But there is a feather here. So if you've been seeing feathers, or maybe you'll see feathers after this video, just keep a note of it, because I really do feel like whoever's listening, you are protected. I feel like that's such a strong message that I just want you to know is you're protected. What you've been through over the last 12 months, or maybe it was longer than that for some of you, yes, it might have felt disruptive. Yes, it might have felt like, oh my God, how am I going to get through this? Or how am I going to figure this out? What am I going to do? It might feel for some of you like you've taken a step backwards. I feel like those words are coming through specifically. I'm hearing, I've taken a step backwards. So for some of you, you might feel like your life was better a year ago than it is right now. And you're kind of like, oh, what's happened? Like, I feel like there's a step back. But what I also want you to know is that a lion will take a step back to refocus on its prey before it pounces. Let that metaphor land in your body right now and take that forward as you go through this next season of your life. Taking a step back is not actually going backwards. It's giving us time and space to re-alter where we focus, what we're going for, to redirect. It is better for you to take a temporary step back in order to realign your focus and really question and reevaluate, is the direction I've been heading in, is that actually what I want for myself? Or is there something else available? Could I maybe experiment with a new path, with a new something in my work, right? I really keep being drawn to work here. So use this as a time for curiosity and exploration and experimentation rather than seeing it as I've taken a step back. That will resonate with some of you, maybe not for others, but actually this is going to help you go further. Does that make sense? Taking this time without judging yourself, without avoiding any discomfort that you're feeling, but lean into it. Any discomfort about, I should be further along than where I am right now. Why am I feeling behind? Why can't I get my stuff together? I was going to use a different word then, but I'm sure you're picking up what I'm putting down. Rather than having all of those self-judgments and self-criticism, which is only going to delay you moving forward further and faster, just take a moment to actually ask yourself, how can I really embrace this season for what it is? How can I actually practice being fully present with what is in the now to help me redirect for what is possible in the future? So really use this time. And I feel like for some of you, I'm being shown a home body energy. You might feel more drawn to home things, maybe cooking, or I'm seeing candles. I'm seeing maybe even just watching Netflix, kind of being cozy. Just kind of really embracing this time of inwardness, which is ironic because for obviously a lot of the world, we're actually in summer right now, and I'm feeling this kind of winter, autumn energy, but the message here is more so preparation. This is a season of preparation where you're actually planting the seeds of your future. You're letting go of anything that doesn't serve you anymore, especially relationships and conversations you don't want to interact with anymore. For some of you listening, I feel like you're bored of some of the conversations. I feel like this is very specific, but for some of you listening, I'm feeling so much energy in my throat right now. People will bring things up to you in conversation and you're like, I really don't care. Like, I really don't care. And for some of you, you might almost want to withdraw from the noise of the world, like the news, social media, being bombarded with opinions. Everyone telling you, do this, oh, this is going to happen, the world's going to end, all of this stuff. And I feel like for some of you, you're like, you know what, I just want to be in my own cocoon. And I just want to recharge my energy, figure out what I want for my life, realign my focus to what actually my heart wants, to realign my focus to what my heart wants and what makes me feel fully alive, and the rest doesn't matter. So for some of you, I just want you to really, really honor that. Okay, so this card, expression. You need work that lets you express your creative self. You could do well at writing, blogging, or a career in communication. There you go. When I said communication, it's important for you in some way, shape, or form. And remember, guys, some of you listening to this might think, well, I love to write, but I feel like no one's going to listen to what I have to say, or I don't have value to share, or who's going to listen to me? Find your thing and just really enjoy it. Like, let your soul produce. It's not coming from you. It's your soul producing. So like, let it flow, like fully let your soul flow through you, like this continuous expression from your soul to the outside world, because that is what communication is. Even right now, when I'm sitting on this reading and I'm sharing this information, I'm basically just an open channel, and it's just this stream of communication from the field of intelligence moving through me. I don't even know how it makes sense, right? I'm just trusting the words that are coming through. Do the same for your work and your style of communication. Do not focus or give time and attention to thoughts that limit that flow of expression. Just trust it. The next card I pulled for you was the future. Plan for the future while living in the present. You are always supported by spirit. Your psychic abilities can bring you prosperity. There you go. So some of you listening to this might actually be wanting to develop your psychic abilities, which I'm actually going to be running a training on that very soon if you are interested. But I promise you, this is just, the card said what the card said, but I am going to be launching that very soon. Okay, so let's take a little look. I feel like I want to do another card for you here. All right. You've got a big heart. I feel like whoever's listening, you've got a big heart, and you know that. And I also want to say, focus on insight. I feel like you are getting a lot of insight at the moment, and you need to listen. And it's going to come through in the moments where you're not trying. When you're in the shower, when you're going for a walk, when you're mid-conversation with someone, when you see something that just sparks your interest. It's going to come through in the moments that are just completely unfounded. So just really trust that insight, write it down, and just let it come through. Okay, cultivation. You are in the growing phase right now, and you must continue to water the seeds you have planted in order to reap the rewards. What did I just say about planting seeds? This is the time when you nurture what you're actually being called into, and you really trust the direction moving forward. This is really beautiful. I feel like you're really turning down the noise. I keep hearing that. You're turning down the noise. You're turning down the noise of your own mind and the outside world, because both has been quite overwhelming for you. Okay. All right, let's have a look. Okay, this one, peace. Nothing can disrupt my peace. Guys, what did I just say? Turning down the noise, going inwards. This is just amazing. The angels remind you to make being peaceful a priority in your life. Practice peace every day in quiet thought, deep meditation, or in serene action. Use the power of peace to make your life a thing of rhythm and grace. How delicious is that? The next card I pulled for you is take a step. I put action behind my goals every single day. You need to let go of any doubts and fears and step out of your comfort zone. Your angels are supporting you and leading you in the right direction. So you should accept their help and enjoy this moment in your life. What did I say about you are very protected? You are protected. That's why we're seeing feathers. That's why we've got this card saying that the angels are protecting you right now. You can go forth into the direction you want. You are protected more than you realize. That's what I feel. When I first tuned into your energy, guys, I felt this massive white energy just like enveloping me. I felt encompassed by this beautiful protective energy. And so that's how I knew that you're being protected right now. But also let go of any doubts and fears and step out of your comfort zone. This is what you're doing by quieting the noise. You're quieting the noise of your mind, and you're letting yourself be open to insight. You're letting yourself be open. I just had like 10 cards fall out, so I'm going to do that again. I feel like, yeah, you're following your truth. You know you're ready for it. You're ready for your truth. I feel like a lot of people are experiencing this at the moment. We've really been catapulted into this different paradigm of not giving illusion much thought anymore. Okay. So the two cards I've pulled here. All right. The first one is conflict. Remember what I said about your head and your heart feeling in conflict with what you feel and what you say? Clashing differences, incompatibility. For some of you, this might be for people in your life. You know how I said that some people are bringing up conversations that you just really don't care to be a part of? You might find that you are clashing with people that you didn't feel that same way previously. Maybe before you were really good friends, you were close colleagues, whatever it was, but there's this shift in feeling like, I don't know if this person is right for me anymore. I don't really want to give this person the time of day like I did previously. So you might be feeling a bit of conflict. Now, what I want to say here, or what I'm being told, is that you have shifted internally, and you are going to be noticing a change in your relationships and your work life, because things are going to be shifting in favor of your own evolution. So for some of you listening, I want you to just allow the differences to take place. I want you to allow the incompatibility that might be coming up. For some of you, I feel like this is going to be close friends. I really am being drawn to people that you're really close to, that you've maybe had an argument with, or you've been feeling just this off type of energy, and you're just really questioning, do I want this friendship moving forward? Is this person who I thought they were? I want you to know that it's not that this person has necessarily changed. I really do feel like you've changed and you've shifted, so you're seeing them through different eyes. You're seeing them through different eyes, and so you're going to be feeling this conflict and this tension, because you're actually in a stage where you're able to make different choices and maybe transcend beyond that level of consciousness that friendship represented. So just keep that in mind. And always, guys, if you are feeling conflict with someone, please just meet them with love. Meet them with love. They are an expression of God, just as you are. And I truly feel that even if we have conflict with someone, when we just look at it through the lens of, this is happening for a reason, because otherwise it wouldn't be happening. And so there is a learning or a lesson or an insight or some sort of wisdom that could be gained from this. and I get to choose how to navigate this conflict. I can't control the other person. I don't need an apology from the other person. I don't need them to understand me or see my point of view. I just have responsibility over how I personally handle this. And so I'm just going to bring love to the situation. Okay. The next card I pulled is releasing, letting go, moving on, walking away. The fact that these two cards came out together and they've also got the same colors in them as well. There's red, there is orange, there is blue, like sunset and stormy energy I'm seeing here. So conflict and releasing. If that's not confirmation about certain friendships, relationships, or things to let go of right now, then, I don't know what is. All right, let's do another one. I feel really cold. Oof. Okay, I feel like some of you are really feeling on the edge. Some of you have got this excitement about what's ahead, and some of you are also feeling really in anticipation. I feel like some of you have got this nervousness, as if you know something is about to change and something's about to happen, and you're not quite sure what it is. Okay, I pulled the card vacation. Start a perfect vacation and enjoy the freedom. Take time to recharge. What did I say earlier? This is a time to recharge. If someone is asking you to go out or do something and you feel like, you know what, I'm not really in the energy where I want to go out and do anything right now, just trust that. Like, this is your time to recharge. I feel like I've got to pull this. Okay, here we go. 666, reflect. Healing, empathy, self-discovery, compassion, awareness, inner peace. I love this. Oh. Okay, I'm literally buzzing through my body right now because of what I just said about being on the edge, and also how I said like sunset colors in these two cards. Listen to this. Unexpected changes are on the horizon, challenging your thoughts and feelings. That's that sense that I've got of being on the horizon, like you're being on the edge of something, and we're seeing these colors, these sunset colors. I feel like I'm being drawn to the energy of a sunset where things are quieting down. Like it's kind of like I want to say an ending, because the sunset represents the end of the day, but it also represents the end of the high activity and actually entering the peacefulness of the night, the serenity, the void, the unknown, the uncertainty. So this says, this is a prime opportunity to reassess your identity. What did I say about taking a step back, reevaluate, realign so you can go further faster? Embrace a mindset shift. Opt for optimism, confidence, and trust. Listening to your intuition and understanding your emotions are key to your growth and evolution. This is a phase of self-discovery. I really feel like you're looking at yourself and the world through new eyes. And this is why there's going to feel like there's quite a bit of disruption in your life, because you're seeing it differently. Nothing is wrong, guys. Even though it's felt challenging, even though it's felt like things aren't working in your favor, it has always been working in your favor. So please let this be a message of clarity and relief. Peace. I just pulled the peace card. And guys, we're seeing these colors again. I just love it. You will never guess what. Okay, I'm going to show you this. If you look at that, we're seeing pink. We're seeing what looks like a monk meditating, being in his own serenity. But look what else is on the card. A white bird. A white bird. Before I jumped on to record this video, I saw a dove specifically. It was a white bird. I took it as a dove. I don't know if this is a dove in here, but that is just beautiful confirmation. You're going through a season of purification. You're able to see things from a different perspective, from a higher perspective. You're entering this cocoon of peace, of recharge. I just keep hearing the word purity, new start, fresh. This is so beautiful, guys. This is so, so beautiful. And for some of you, you might be drawn to those types of colors at the moment, the pinks, the oranges, the blues, that kind of like sunset energy. And if you're not, maybe go see a sunset. I'm in the UK at the moment, so there's not many sunsets at the moment. But even you could like look at a sunset picture online and just tune into the energy that it gives you. I keep hearing the word reflect. This is a very reflective time for you. This is really beautiful. Guys, I want you to embrace this exhale. Embrace this exhale. You're exactly where you need to be. Everything has happened in favor of your evolution. And you're in that phase of just taking a step back to realign, refocus, and get ready to go further, faster. Recognize relationships or work opportunities or things that might not feel in alignment anymore. Show up in love, in unconditional loving presence in those spaces, because it is for you. Even when it doesn't feel like it, it is for you. And you are always responsible for how you navigate situations in your life. With these new ideas that you've got and this desire that you have to help humanity, be open to how that comes through. Recognize the insight when it comes through. Listen to the subtle whispers of your soul. Be open to listening. If it comes through randomly, write it down so you can look back and you can kind of piece it together after a few weeks and be like, oh, I'm seeing a theme here. All of these insights I've got over the last 2 weeks, it's actually all surrounding one theme. So really trust your intuition. Look forward to the future. Have one step in where you're going, one step in the present, in the now. And remember that this is your season of expression, and I want you to find your true, honest self-expression with where you currently are. I want you to really, really know and embody the truth that you do not need to be anyone else than who you are right now. And you do not need to be anywhere else than where you are right now. Who you are and where you are is utterly perfect. It is utterly magnificent because you are God incarnate. You are source consciousness incarnate. You are magic. Like let yourself feel that through your body. Feel that vibration. How magical is that? Let go of all of the busyness in your mind of trying to find the right thing or be seen a specific way, or all of these things that are limiting that unbounded soul expression from coming through you. And ask yourself more the question of, how can I expand my capacity to express unboundedly? How can I expand my capacity to express? This is amazing, guys. I'm feeling so much activity in my throat, so I'm gonna go have a big glass of water now. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you can get more future videos like this. I also forgot to mention that I've got a waitlist in the description below for the reading room, which is a live 2-hour online event with me, where I'll actually do a collective reading on humanity. I'll also open the space for one-to-one readings. So if you're interested in getting a one-to-one reading with me, and my high-level spaces are not quite a right fit for you at the moment, then this is a really good opportunity to put your hand up for that. And it's just going to be a really beautiful experience. You can join the waitlist in the link in the description, and you'll be the first to know when the tickets go live for that event. Other than that, I'm sending you so much peace, love, and courage as you step into this season. Trust yourself, trust the season you're in, and I will see you very soon.